that she's a victim. Hey guys, it's Brittany. So today we're gonna talk about a conspiracy theory that I discovered over this past week that hasn't been talked about as much as the infamous Avril Lavigne is totally dead conspiracy theory. We are going to discuss something that has kind of fucked with my head since hearing about it, but makes total sense. So before we get into it, make sure to go down in the down bar and subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and just let me know if you want to hear me talk more about conspiracy theories or anything else that you want me to talk about next week. Alrighty, so the conspiracy theory that has been looming under the Avril Lavigne conspiracy theory this week is the Sharpay Evans conspiracy theory. So if you don't know who Sharpay Evans is, which you are kind of Satan if you've never heard of Sharpay Evans or even the High School Musical franchise, Sharpay Evans was the sister to Ryan Evans, and they both played twins, and they were super rich, and she was super into the theater aspect, musical aspect, acting aspect of High School Musical. So she's kind of considered the antagonist in the High School Musical franchise. She was played by Ashley Tisdale, and unpopular opinion, she was kind of my favorite character. So I found this theory from BuzzFeed, and I really thought I was kind of the only one who felt that way, because everyone was all over Gabriella and Troy, and that they were the good guys while Sharpay was the bad guy, along with her brother, until he became good during the second movie and blah. We'll talk about that amongst the theory. So this BuzzFeed article kind of originated from a Twitter account at Sharpay's a Victim. If you want to go see their thread, it's on Twitter, but this is kind of credited towards BuzzFeed and that Twitter account because this is from what I've read. So to start from the very beginning of this theory, it's all explained, like I said, in a whole Twitter thread, but this is just my interpretation of it. Sharpay and Ryan have been trained performers, and they have been in musicals multiple times. Like, they are known as like the musical geeks and all that. But then all of a sudden, Troy and Gabriella decide to swoop in and think that they have better talent than Ryan and Sharpay just because they did some fake ass song at karaoke. I was in choir for 3 years, but that does not make me no Beyonce. So for Troy and Gabriella to come in there and try to steal the spotlight from Ryan and Sharpay, no. In the first movie, Ryan and Sharpay tell both Troy and Gabriella when they sign up for the musical to sign up for supporting roles. But like, to viewers at first, that's seen as like a bitchy move because that makes it look like as if Sharpay and Ryan think that they're better than Troy and Gabriella. Thinking about it now, it's a proper answer considering that Troy and Gabriella had never been in a musical before. So it would only make sense for you to go into a smaller role and go from there to build yourself up rather than try to shoot for the lead roles. The audition song for the musical in the first movie was What I've Been Looking For. And Ryan and Sharpay turned that into a really good dance number.
I've never had someone that knows me like you do, the way you do. I've never had someone as good for me as you, no one like you.
So it's funny that to viewers it looks like Sharpay is just trying to show up everyone and that she's trying to do her own thing with it, when really they just kind of made it into a better version. And I definitely listened to it a lot more than the nameless characters who did it, as well as Troy and Gabriella's very quiet ballad of it. Relating to the audition, both Troy and Gabriella show up late to their audition. Not only that, but the only reason Troy is even auditioning in the first place is to try to get into Gabriella's pants, which is kind of a message that you should not be putting out in a kids movie, especially for the young and unimpressionable children nowadays. That's not something they should be learning from these movies either. Sharpay tries to convince Ms. Darbus to change the callback dates on the musical because Troy and Gabriella showed up late, and that kind of shows if you're late to an audition, you're probably not going to be as committed to the musical itself. So Sharpay wants to change the callback date, thinking about the musical's future because Troy and Gabriella can't seem to get their priorities straight. And then of course, at the end of the movie, both Troy and Gabriella show up late to their final audition for the second time. Gabriella freezes in the first 10 seconds of the audition. Like, you can't, no, that's not how show business works. You don't freeze. I don't give two shits if you're scared. I don't care if you're nervous for that. Why'd you audition in the first place? How'd you expect to do the musical if you were going to freak out and freeze in the middle of the damn show? So basically, the theme of the first movie is that if you're pretty and you're popular and you're well liked by everyone and you decide to do something that's out of your realm, it's totally gonna be accepted. But if you are an outsider and you stick to that one thing that you want to do, which is your passion, you're seen as the villain. There's also one little thing that frustrates me about the first movie too. They're giving Sharpay so much hate and making her the villain when Zac Efron didn't even sing in the whole movie. It was Drew Seeley's voice. But of course, Sharpay is the villain, even though she's not lip syncing and pretending that's her voice. The theory points out the flaws in the next two movies. Sharpay is just trying to stay out of the drama. She's just chilling at her family's resort and trying to win that Star Dazzle award that she always wins every year. Like, that's her prime focus this summer. Since she has a crush on Troy, she wants him to be her partner in the Star Dazzle award because maybe she wants a new kind of partner rather than always just Ryan. In turn, she provides Troy access to a free scholarship. Like, do you not realize how expensive college is now? Of course, Troy and Gabriella's friends have to rain on his parade and tell him that he is switching sides and that he's not staying devoted to them, and basically forces him to either choose them as friends or choose a free college education. Sharpay is seen as such a bad person when in the whole movie, Troy and Gabriella's friends are doing whatever they can to sabotage their relationship and to sabotage their chances in the musical, but Sharpay is the bad person. Like, just because Troy and Gabriella want to do something that's not within their stereotype, they need to be sabotaged? Like, no. Never make friends with somebody who is going to hold you back. Never make friends with somebody who wants to plan out your future for you and not let you do what you do. Like, stay in your lane. Do not come up in my lane judging me for what I want to do. Let me do me and you do you. If not, then we can't be friends. Yet, they're allowing this kind of behavior to be done by their friends. So, of course, Sharpay is awarded the Star Dazzle Award at the end of the second movie. But because she is the bigger person, she gives it to her brother Ryan. Sharpay was actually kind of the victim. Like, this is what I hate about conspiracy theories, because they sound so real that I just start to believe them. Like, I kind of had this feeling for Sharpay, and I kind of felt bad for her, and I resonated with her that she isn't receiving what she deserves. Hashtag Sharpay is a victim. Let me know if you agree with this conspiracy theory. Do you believe it? Do you think that it makes total sense? Because as you've seen here, I fully attest to it. I fully think that Sharpay deserves another comeback and that they need to rewrite the whole High School Musical movie and make her the lead. All right, so thank you for watching this video, guys. Peace out, Girl Scouts.